What is going on, nation? My name is Tubby, and the number one source for wrestling-related content today is bringing you a match between Randy Orton and Alberto Del Rio to talk about one thing, and one thing only: the injuries that are currently plaguing the top-tier superstars in the WWE. Yeah, the match is on easy. Chill out. I know, but that's not the point of the video. It's not the matches that are keeping people here. It's the commentary, and what we're talking about here, a little bit of glitch right there, is the injuries that have been plaguing. And we're not talking about, John Morrison-type injuries or, some of the mid-carders and, even though John Morrison is no longer with the WWE. We're not talking about injuries like that. We're talking about injuries to the top-tier talent, like Randy Orton now, Alberto Del Rio. Just some of these guys that are out now. Mark Henry's hurt. Who else? Somebody else was hurt. I couldn't remember who it was. Miz had quite a big bruise after his match with R-Truth, or not really a match, but his assault from R-Truth, who was back from a drug policy violation. He was smoking with Heaven Born. And unfortunately, I think, it really does suck for the WWE, because it really, without Randy Orton even on SmackDown, because Randy Orton is expected to miss up to 6 months and will probably miss the WrestleMania. And a lot of people may be wondering, wait, why is Randy Orton hurt? How did he get hurt? Well, for those of you that don't know or don't read spoilers, him and Wade Barrett had a Falls Count Anywhere match on Friday Night SmackDown that's coming up this Friday night, and it was a spoiler, and Randy Orton got seriously hurt, and he will be out 6 months. Alberto Del Rio, they just thought he had a groin injury, and now they announced that he would need minimally invasive surgery, which could take up to 6 weeks to heal. So that pretty much takes away Del Rio, that takes away Randy Orton, and I know there's some other people I'm forgetting. You have Mark Henry, and what does that do for the top-tier talent? A lot of the speculation is now, with the ratings that are going on Monday Night Raw, with CM Punk not being able to, pull in a crowd, something that I would like to see, and it's been rumored, of having, CM Punk or somebody else. I know Drew McIntyre just got brought back to SmackDown after he was brought over to Raw in the supplemental draft, and he really didn't do anything about possibly bringing over CM Punk to Friday Night SmackDown to have him feud with Daniel Bryan. I think that would be a great feud, and it would be an opportunity for them to get a lot of exposure on Friday Night SmackDown. But we still have the Big Show angle going on, and we still have the angle where people think Chris Jericho is going to come back. And I'll be honest with you, if Chris Jericho comes back, that's awesome. He can feud with CM Punk over the best in the world thing and the best in the world at what he does, and I would love that feud. But if it doesn't happen, and this is just saying if it doesn't, I would like to see CM Punk somehow get sent over to SmackDown, because, say, John Laurinaitis is just sick of CM Punk's attitude, but Teddy Long picks him up. Because then we'd get to see a lot of really good wrestling, Ring of Honor type wrestling. Seth Rollins, Tyler Black is in the WWE now as a developmental talent, and I think he had a dark match I think it was Monday night against Skip Sheffield in his WWE debut, and he's a former Ring of Honor champion as well. So it is nice to see, other wrestlers coming in that can, carry based on the wrestling moves and not only on their personality. But at the same time, as a wrestling fan, and I'm more of a sports entertainment fan than I am just, pure wrestling, because I do like the likes of John Cena and those guys, because, they basically created this on themselves, Zack Ryder, those kind of guys. You can have amazing wrestling talent, but if you can't sell merchandise, speak, and you're not a ratings booster, you really don't honestly have a place in the WWE, and that sucks that it's that way. It truly does, when wrestling talent should win out on a wrestling show, but unfortunately, in the world of TV ratings and everything, personality, charisma, voice work is more important sometimes than wrestling skill, as proven by John Cena, guys. Let me know what you think about the WWE missing all these superstars. My name is Tubby Emu. Tubby out.